Welcome back to Auto Vista. Today, we're stepping back in time, to a year when muscle was king, chrome was bold, and American horsepower was the heartbeat of every car lover's dream. This isn't just any classic, this is the 1970 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. The name alone sends shivers down the spine of enthusiasts. Trans Am. It wasn't just a badge, it was a statement. It told the world this wasn't some run-of-the-mill pony car. This was something special, something fast, something that, even today, commands respect every time it pulls into a parking lot or roars down the highway. But to understand why the 1970 Trans Am is so iconic, we need to rewind the tape. The Firebird was born in 1967, Pontiac's answer to the Mustang and the Camaro, riding the same F-body platform as its Chevrolet cousin. But Pontiac had a different philosophy. They didn't just want to make a sporty coupe. They wanted a car with attitude, a car that could walk the walk and talk the talk. Fast forward to 1970. A new decade, a new generation of Firebird, and a whole new level of design. The 70 model was a complete overhaul. Gone were the flat lines and simple forms of the late 60s. The new Firebird looked aggressive, sleek, and sculpted. The nose was elongated, the fenders bulged, and the new Endura front bumper integrated the grille in a way no one else was doing. It looked like it was built for speed, even standing still. And then came the Trans Am package. Named after the legendary SCCA Trans American Racing Series, this wasn't just an appearance package, it was an invitation to the performance elite. Only about 3,200 Trans Ams were built in 1970, making it a rare beast even back then. But what really set it apart was what lay beneath that bold shaker hood. The 1970 Trans Am came with two engine options. Both were 400 cubic inches. Both were ferocious. The base engine was the Ram Air 3, rated at 345 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. But if you were truly daring, you checked the box for the Ram Air IV. A higher compression, hotter cam, freer breathing version of the same 400, officially rated at 370 horsepower, but widely believed to be closer to 400 in reality. And here's the thing, these weren't just straight-line machines. Pontiac knew how to build a car that could handle. The Trans Am came standard with heavy-duty suspension, front and rear sway bars, variable ratio power steering, and sticky polyglass tires. This thing could carve corners just as well as it could light up a drag strip. Inside, the Trans Am was a blend of muscle car simplicity and purpose-built function. The driver was surrounded by a machine that meant business. A deep-dish formula steering wheel. A full array of round gauges set into a machine-turned aluminum dash. High back bucket seats that hugged you just enough. No frills. Just function. And let's talk about that look. In 1970, Trans Ams came in just two colors, polar white or lucerne blue. Both were accented with bold blue stripes running down the center of the car. The functional shaker scoop poked through the hood, shaking with every throttle blip. And out back, a subtle yet distinct ducktail spoiler gave it a race-ready stance. The car had presence. Even today, it turns heads in ways modern cars can't quite replicate. It's not just nostalgia, it's authenticity. There's nothing fake here. No computer-aided nonsense. No artificial sound through the speakers. What you see, hear, and feel, it's all real. Mechanical. Raw. Driving the 1970 Trans Am is a full-body experience. The clutch is heavy. The steering has weight. The throttle response is immediate. You feel every vibration through the seat, every roar through your chest. It's not fast by today's numbers, but it's exciting in a way few new cars manage to be. It demands your attention. It rewards your effort. It reminds you what driving is supposed to feel like. And then there's the legacy. The 1970 model laid the foundation for what would become one of the most beloved American performance cars ever. The Trans Am would go on to star in movies, dominate street scenes, and create an identity all its own. But many will argue, the purest form, the most beautiful version, was this one. The original second-gen Trans Am. What's even more impressive is how forward-thinking the design was. That low-slung nose, the aggressive stance, it looks more like something out of the late 70s or even early 80s. But this was 1970. Pontiac was ahead of the curve. They weren't just chasing trends. They were setting them. Today, the 1970 Trans Am is a collector's dream. Prices have skyrocketed, especially for numbers matching Ram Air IV cars. But it's not just about investment. It's about experience. It's about owning a piece of history that feels alive every time you turn the key. Here at Auto Vista, we don't just look at specs and stats. We look at soul. And this car, this Pontiac Firebird Trans Am from 1970, has soul in spades. It represents a golden era. An era when American automakers weren't afraid to go bold, to take risks, to build machines that captured imagination and stirred emotion. And you know what? It still does. So if you ever get the chance to see one of these in person, take a moment. Walk around it. Soak in the lines. Listen to the growl of that V8. Because the 1970 Trans Am isn't just a car, it's a legend on wheels. Thanks for watching Auto Vista. If you love cars with character, stories with substance, and machines that move more than just wheels, subscribe, hit the bell, and join us for the next ride.